Shalom, everybody. Come closer, come closer. I found my awesome Galilean, second favorite Galilean, Eldad Keynan. Wow.
Dr. Eldad Keynan.
Dr. Eldad
You
Keynan.
gave me the title.
נכון. Dr. Eldad Keynan, first of all, good to be in your home ground. Not to see you in Holland or you don't be in America, wherever it is. We are here, and matter of fact, just to give you a perspective, if you go this way, let's show everybody this way. We are maybe maximum 5 miles from Syria, and throughout this we saw quite a few drones that are falling.
The result of
the drone. So first of all, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm
Baruch
okay.
Hashem. Family's okay, everybody.
I would like to say something to Nasrallah about his mother, but I will not do that. He has no phone, I cannot call him now.
Wow. Now, Dr. Eldad Keynan, first of all, I tell you something. It's very sad for me see tourism in such a state of death in Israel. I know it's affecting you. It's affecting the Morei Derech, it's affecting tourism. First of all, I want to tell you, we are standing here. You see what happened in Israel. If you believe in the Bible and you believe in Hashem, don't be afraid to come. That's one thing I want to say. You want to say something about that?
No, I understand people who are afraid. It's natural. But I want everybody to remember, no matter how hard the time is, we are here to stay alive.
Amen. And to thrive.
Yep.
And part of thriving, and everybody needs to understand it, is understanding we're not just fighting for the future, because I know like your family is for your Kiryat Shmona. How's your daughter and the family?
Well, my 3 daughters.
I know it's tough.
My 3 daughters and their families are refugees in Israel.
We call them refugee.
Give me another name.
No other name.
And they are alive.
Where are they now, if I can ask? Where?
Yes, one is in Afula, one is in Beit Shan.
Oh, wow.
And another one is...
it's not like in a 5-star cities.
No, but they are alive. They struggle for living, and they struggle for, for the mentality. They have kids, and the kids want to be home.
Wow. Yeah. And we need
their situation is much better than the situation of the kidnapped, of the hostages.
Without a doubt.
Of course. But it's
still... And they speedily come back home to us. Now, look at this. We're not just, when we're fighting for our future, how important is the past in order to understand the future?
Okay. Let's say we are here for a very good reason. Just if we would be in many other places for a very good reason. These are our roots.
Oh, it's our roots. Wait, it's our roots. Come with me for a second. That means there's going to be a Starbucks here. Ha! Come on. Oh, I see this burning stuff. Where's the Starbucks? I don't see the Starbucks here. Eldad, what the heck did you bring me into, man? This is crazy. Where's the Starbucks, man?
What do you look for a Starbucks?
I need a Starbucks. I need tourism. Where is it? We went to a dirt road.
Oh.
We are about 325 meters above sea level. That's about 1,200
This is why we're breathing.
Yeah, it's hot, but I feel actually pretty good.
Well, this place...
Let's start. What is this place? And by the way, if you want to learn more, this is why I have 2 challenges for everybody. Challenge number 1, come to Israel right now and just hire Dr. Eldad. He will be in the encyclopedia of the Golan, and we just give you just a little bit today. This is my challenge. Please come and hire him. Number 2, come to Yeshivat Shuvu and learn with him, because I think it will be a blessing for all of us. If we really want to understand the future, we got to talk about the past. We got to talk about the past.
Yes.
So talk to me about it. What there's no okay, I know there's no Starbucks here. So that already means there's some authenticity to
That's
the place.
one of no Starbucks. and no souvenir shop.
Oh no.
And this is two of the reasons that you can see no tourists here, even in peacetime.
No, I know. I remember that. I never
Yes.
see anybody
And
here.
I think this is one of the most important places in the Golan Heights. And I believe this is a former Messianic ancient synagogue.
Stop there. Stop there. Can I make a headline?
Yes.
Here's the headline. We are standing in a former Messianic synagogue.
Yes. I have two reasons to contend that it was a Messianic synagogue.
And I know you have a big love affair with this place because you continue to come, and even now you continue to discover new things and so forth.
Yes.
So this is cool. Those of us who are Talmidim in Shuvu, we have taken...
Some of them have been here.
Some of you been here, but it's interesting. You said to me, you got to come back here. There's some new things starting.
Yes.
But before we get into this newness...
The new stuff is not in.
Okay, so hey, let's talk about old stuff for a second. Here, come with me for a second.
Okay.
What is this place? Tell us 30 seconds, because I don't want to give everything that is in the code, but we want to whet everybody's appetite a little bit. Give us a 30-second synopsis about this place.
Okay. This synagogue is directed west-east. This is east. There is west.
Stop there. You're saying it's a synagogue. How do we even know that this is a synagogue beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Okay. First, it's a public building. It's large. It has it's a basilica of 2 rows of columns in the middle. It's a large public building. You see benches.
Let's go to the bench. Let's go. I have a seat for a second. Okay, continue on. So there are benches here. Are you saying that this is the benches of the synagogue?
These are the benches, yes.
Okay.
And not only this, there as well.
Okay, here, let's go sit for a shade in the shade for a second.
Take a seat. I'm going to give you a lesson.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Yeah.
I have a front row seat in the synagogue, feeling good. I have a nice view. There's a mikveh down there. Life is good.
You don't have nice view. Consider there was a wall here.
Okay.
You could see the south wall.
Okay.
It's the north wall.
So, just as a frame of reference, guys, Yerushalayim is this
there.
way.
Yes.
Hezbollah is this way.
Yeah.
Should I face Hezbollah? I'm going to give Hezbollah my back.
Yeah, okay.
Continue. So we're seeing this, we're seeing that. We know for sure it's a synagogue, huh?
Yes, all the archaeologists who excavated this place contend that this was a synagogue.
Okay.
And I don't argue with them. They are the professionals when things coming down to define or to explain what they found.
Okay.
But this synagogue is very unusual because it is directed west-east.
Wait, do we have a time? Do we have anything like a time frame that telling us what time frame this synagogue is?
Well, from at least the earliest stage was the 4th century.
So wait, let's for context for a second. Tell us what's happening here, Judaism-wise.
Yeah, okay.
Let's put some context, historical context.
Okay, the Golan.
What's happening here, Judaism-wise, at this time?
Yeah,
obviously,
the Golan,
Yerushalayim is...
Just a minute. The Golan was more dense with Jews than the Galilee.
Okay.
There are many, many synagogues in the Golan Heights, the remains of ancient synagogues, I mean. Most of them, you know what? All of them are directed north-south.
Okay.
South is Jerusalem.
Okay.
This one is directed west-east.
Which is interesting.
Yes, but...
Because if I pray, I would imagine...
You would like to pray to Jerusalem.
So if that's
as
the
a
case,
Jew.
if this is the case, we should expect like a niche here or something for the Sefer Torah for an ark,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Do we have an evidence of that?
Here. This niche
Wow.
went for the Aron Kodesh, for
Wow.
ark, and it's facing Jerusalem.
Which makes total sense.
Yeah.
So that's where...
And we have the evidence of the church father Saint Irenaeus.
Yes? What did he
He
say?
was mad at ancient of Messianic Jews of his time.
What did he say? Tell me.
He said,
What era did he live?
second century.
Okay, what did he say?
He said that these Messianic Jews, he called them minim.
Minim.
Yeah.
Oh, he called the Messianic Jews the Minim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or heretics.
So it's interesting because the Minim, you always think about non-Messianic Jews, calling them
No.
Messianic Jews. But
After
you're saying the...
destruction, if you say minim,
It's...
you mean Messianic Jews.
Wow. Amazing.
And he said that these minim, heretics,
Ma'amine Yeshua, not saying.
yes, believers of Yeshua, Jews believing Yeshua,
What did he say?
he said that they still praise Jerusalem as if it is the house of God.
Wow.
And you can see it here.
Amazing.
While
Amazing.
all the other Messianic, all the other synagogues in the Golan, and not all of them, but most of them are directed north-south
Wow.
to face Jerusalem. This one is directed east, and there is a good reason to be directed east.
So wait, they are praying. Obviously, 3rd century, we already have the Amidah and all of those.
Yeah.
They are still praying to Yerushalayim
Yeah.
as Jews
Yes,
because it's a synagogue.
because they, of course,
Okay,
They are Jews.
so the question to me become, how and why do you think that this is quote unquote Messianic Jewish house of prayer? That's the $1 million question.
okay. First, because of this, and this is
Well, but that I would expect from any Jew.
any Jew, but you would not just expect any Jew to have his synagogue directed west, east, and why east?
Okay, to explain that, that's I think where you lost probably our audience.
Okay.
They would understand that Jew pray to Yerushalayim.
Any Jew.
Right. So what's the problem with these? So if you see, I don't know if people see, there is a clear opening here. So
Yeah.
that would be like an opening of the synagogue?
One opening, two openings, and the third one. I will explain the third one later.
Okay, so there are two openings here, all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is directed east there for a good reason.
Okay.
Who is going to come from the east?
Mashiach.
Thank you. Thank you.
But maybe it's just an infrastructure, an architecture. How can we make the assessment just because there's a west and an east opening? That
Show
is-
me another synagogue in the Golan Heights or ancient synagogue in
Yeah.
the Golan Heights or the Galilee,
Uh-huh.
which is directed west-east. It's the minority.
There are others that are west.
Yes, I know 2, 3 in the Galilee, and none in the Golan Heights.
And how do they usually structured? The others,
North-south.
north-south.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is an exception.
So you're saying because it's east to west, that means it's Messianic Jewish?
Yes, and they keep facing Jerusalem just like Saint Irenaeus said in the 2nd century, that Messianic Jews still praise Jerusalem as if it is the house of God. Because for him the house of God was Yeshua.
So he is mentioning that.
Yeah.
Is there any other evidence that will tell us it could be Messianic?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
And
I'm trying to be a little bit doubting Itzhak.
okay.
Not
no-
a doubting Thomas, a doubting
No
Itzhak.
problem.
I need evidence. We need the evidence. Friends, if you're loving this, come here. You got to experience. This is just pure awesomeness. And of course, come to our yeshiva, Yeshivat Shuvu. English, Spanish, Italian, French, German, whatever, Portuguese, Korean. This is why you need the teachers like Dr. Eldad.
Yes.
Because he doesn't take it for granted. Are you a doubter or are you a believer?
I'm a doubter until I see the evidence.
And by the way, I should say one thing before you showing this. You are not archaeologist. You are an
No.
You're
I'm
a
an
historian.
historian, yes.
What's the difference?
Oh,
In a simplest
well,
way.
archaeologists are supposed to excavate and tell us what they found and what the time and what it means and who did it in general.
Okay. Okay.
And there, some of the job is to equate, find this finding to this finding.
Okay.
It's okay. But my job as a historian is to analyze what they say. I'm waiting until they finish excavation, and then I get in. They are the first.
Got you. Okay. So What else is happening here?
Okay, Alex, what I asked you before, please take his face. You remember? Yes, you remember that
I'm doubting.
a single fish is a messianic sign.
Always. Is that a fish?
Of course. What else? It's not natural. You can see people did it. You see the picking here? It's a single fish.
That's interesting.
I've been in this place for 20 times.
Yeah, I can see that. If you come from this angle, it looks much more like a fish.
Yeah. I will give it some shadow.
Wow. Interesting.
It's a single fish, and you know, it's the Jonah sign.
Wow.
Just like the tomb in Meron with the single fish.
We saw that, exactly.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yes. So you think that there was a sign here that says this is a Messianic Jewish house?
Synagogue.
Synagogue.
Prayer house. Whatever.
Wow, that's amazing.
And here was probably the Ezrat Mashim. Here.
So that was that's an area for the women. It was separate. But if it was Ezrat Nashim, so they're completely halachically Jewish, living.
No doubt.
But how does that fit with all what everybody else is telling me?
Okay.
That by 4th century they are completely Christians.
Who?
I read a lot.
They were complete Christians of Gentile origin, yes.
No, they said that even the Jews, they don't pray like this. They don't practice.
Let me say something. So they say. So
Yeah.
what? We see the evidence.
Amazing.
We see the evidence. We see a different synagogue.
Paint a picture for me. I am here in the early 4th century.
Yeah.
Tell me about the average Jew, Messianic Jew that would come here.
Tell you what?
Tell me about the average Messianic Jew that
Well,
come here. Is he
he
a
is a
Messianic?
Jew.
Is a Messianic Jew, or is he a Christian, or is a Jew?
He is a Messianic Jew. He keeps all the commandments except for 2 or 3. He keeps Shabbatot, Chagim, all the rest.
Modim, yes.
But he believes in Yeshua as a Mashiach.
Amazing.
That's all the difference. And by the way, the rabbis, the Chazal, never said that Messianic Jews are not Jews. They were very careful not to say so, because they knew the truth. At the same time, the church fathers usually concluded what they had to say about Messianic Jews. There are nothing but Jews.
Yeah, in a negative way.
Yes, of course. And one of them, Saint Epiphanius of Cyprus, he was a Jew when he was born. When he describes Messianic Jews that they still go to mikveh, he is in shock. He's shocked. They still go to mikveh.
Wow.
And if you go to a mikveh, you are but a Jew.
Yeah, for sure.
You cannot be anything else.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
And the fact that the mikveh is here down
Where
is
is the mikveh?
is a suspect, is a suspicious thing.
It's connected to the synagogue.
So, let me ask you in conclusion, for everybody watching us, what is it that you want to convey to the world about Messianic Judaism, and how is it relevant for us today?
Well, ancient Messianic Judaism, you know what? I prefer the term Messianic Jews.
Yeah?
And ancient Messianic Jews were not one skin. There were a few sectors. But they had something in common. They were all Jews, and they believed in Yeshua as Mashiach. They didn't just believe in Yeshua. No. They believed in Yeshua as Mashiach.
But they're Jewish, completely.
Of course.
At least you could probably have here, at least I can see them squeezing up more than 100 people if there's a
Yes,
certain-
but I also think that, like we see in the Talmud and the Mishnah, this synagogue was shared by Messianic Jews and Jews. They lived peacefully
We know
together.
that, and that's something in the course, in the yeshiva, that you take us all throughout the Golan, and you show us the evidence.
And my dissertation as
yeah,
well.
and yeah, the dissertation is going to be released very soon. We're very excited about that. That's exciting. But I cannot imagine, can you imagine, like in a place like that, even a non-Messianic would come?
Why not? Can you see another synagogue here? Or do you assume that other Jews did not pray in a synagogue? Why should we?
Because we have the lens of 21st century, that's why.
Okay, we have evidence in the Talmud that Messianic Jews are in the synagogue and Beit Midrash with other Jews. So what's the problem? And you remember the village of Faj, we will not be there today. The evidence shows that Jews and Christians and Messianic Jews are just living together in the same place.
So why can it happen today?
I don't see a reason except for stupidity and anti-Semitism.
Well, but Messianic Judaism also today, I think we moved away, quite far away, sadly, from Judaism in some way, to the point that there's too much.
I don't think we move from Judaism, we move parallel to Judaism.
Well, that's a optimistic thought in a good.
I'm optimistic.
Is it good?
I'm a Jew in Israel, I'm optimistic.
You have to be. You have to be.
And I want to show you something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're having a good time? Listen, this is why we do this. It's that you understand, because understanding leads to conviction and responsibility, and ultimately for us to be part of this tikkun and connecting to the voices of the past. Even the thought that somewhere here somebody said Shema Israel, and have even the possibility of believing in Yeshua, it's giving me goosebump. It's giving me absolutely goosebump. Look at these guys.
We're going west.
West.
Yeah.
So this, by the way, just to remind everybody, that's the direction of the Mediterranean Sea.
Yes, and the Sea of the Galilee.
Yes. Matter of fact, if you look really, really up, we can see the Keynan, the Sea of Galilee. If you look up above, you'll be able to see it.
No, we cannot see it from here.
No?
No.
Okay. But actually, just for everybody's benefit, over this Midron, over this valley, it's the Sea of Galilee, so we're very close.
So, we have a main entrance here.
Yeah.
And a small yard in front of it.
Is that like the Chatzer? What is this?
A Chatzer. And there is another main entrance from the east.
Beautiful.
But look at this. There is a small one here. And when you get in, you have to bow down to the east. Try it.
Well, I'm not as tall as Alex, so for me it's easier, but either way I have to bow down.
You bow down when you get in.
So do you think that is like...
It's not a coincidence.
Wow, that's a cool idea.
Because you bow down to the east.
Wow, that's a cool idea. Now that I really, really
Why
like.
should the synagogue have 3 entrances? 2 very similar and 1 smaller.
Wow.
It makes you bow down. So I believe that regular Jews, rabbinic Jews, and use this entrance or opening or the other one.
So I'm making new halacha. If you're a Messianic Jew, you come from here. If you're not Messianic Jew, you come from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, I can't explain this door.
It's a mystery. Could it be like some sort of a...
And it's not for women, because women are...
No, women would be up. Yeah, that's clear. That is clear.
It's not for women.
That is very, very clear.
It makes you bow down to the east.
Okay, here's a tough one. Here's a tough question for you. Let's say this is a Messianic synagogue. Let's call it what it is. How long in reality do you think there are real, active Messianic Jews here doing what you said right now?
I mean, in Israel and in the Golan Heights.
Let's take this as a use case.
Until the 6th century. CE.
That's late.
Yeah, much later than most of the scholars are willing to admit.
Right. They would say what most scholars tell us today.
Until the Bar Kokhba rebellion.
Wow, that's 132.
Yeah, even 5 years later.
Yeah, that's second century.
Yeah.
You're talking different
Mid-second century.
second century to
It's
5,
the
6. Yeah,
And what we have in Bet Alpha is the early 6th century as well.
yeah. So you wrote a very interesting dissertation around all of those things.
Yeah.
What is the statement that you trying to bring forward in the dissertation?
Okay.
Because I know it's connected to all of this. What is it that you want the world to know and to think about?
Nobody argues that Messianic Jews existed in Israel in the 1st and 2nd century.
Right.
Everybody agrees, okay? We all know that Messianic Jews were Jews, but Jews believing Yeshua is a Mashiach. What my dissertation, the conclusion, one of the conclusions of my dissertation is that Messianic Jews existed not only in the Golan Heights, in Israel, at least until the 6th century CE.
Do you think, let me put you in hot water.
Okay?
Do you,
It burns.
it's kind of warm, but it feels good. Do we know, and we cannot get, I know you're talking about it, some of the courses, but those Messianic Jews, what do they say about the divinity of the Messiah? Did they believe in the divinity of Mashiach?
In a very special way, yes. I mean, when I say
You heard it from the man.
very special way, I mean not like Christians.
Not, oh, you heard the man. What's that mean? Without getting, I know I'm trying to pray from you some good candies, but I think people need to, because today they want to, a lot of people, you want to go back to those roots. I mean, that's what people want to do. They want to pray to Zion, but they want to believe in Yeshua.
Yeah.
So
It produces a cross, by the way.
Interesting. How do we? So what can you tell us about those people from your evidence? How did they saw Yeshua?
I don't want to spoil
Okay.
the market of my dissertation.
Okay.
Read the dissertation.
Read the dissertation. It's coming to a book. We're also going to be releasing some amazing thing in all languages, but Yeshua and the Halacha.
Yeah.
Don't miss. We're just going to give you just a taste of those things. This is just the most fascinating talk, guys. I hope you've been blessed. Listen to Dr. Eldad here. My challenge remained the same. Come, see, experience. This is just a drop in the bucket. The truth. Now is the time, not later. Now. There's no tourists here, so now come. It's actually really good time to come this fall.
Good season.
If you come, please, I want you to hire this man and let him take you around the Golan
And other places in the Galilee.
Galilee, yeah. And then, we want you in Shuvu, guys. We want you to come study. This is just the most amazing. So thank you, Dr. Eldad. We can't
You're welcome,
wait. What's the title of the dissertation?
Oh, Ancient Messianic Jews, a History.
Wow. Very exciting.
Not Judaism. Judaism is a phenomenon. Jews are people, living people.
It's coming very soon, guys. Get ready. God bless everybody. Toda lecha. Good to be here. And blessings to everybody. Shalom.